Hey everybody, it's Missy with Southern Theory Designs, and I'm here with Courtney's birthday cup to give you a quick tutorial on how to do it with the water slides. Okay, so I'm gonna put Courtney back there. I know she is looking so forward to getting this tumbler, and I'm excited to give it to her. So, using design space isn't my favorite thing in the world to do, but it does have its place in my world, and I'm going to show you how I used it to make this beautiful tumbler. So, the first thing we're going to do is we want to get this flower, and I've already uploaded it. You can use any flower. You can see that I looked at other flowers, but I settled on this one. So you're going to click on it and you'll insert images. I'm hoping this is going all the way down so you can see it. Maybe I need to back it up some. Well, okay. So on the cup, I have two different size flowers. I have the front, which is see, I said you're going to need one of these, 3.5 inches tall. And then the one on the other side, I know off the top of my head is 1 inch, and the one on the bottom is 1 inch also. Okay, so this one we're just going to be, the height is 1 inch. We're going to come up here and we're just going to change it to 1 and just click in the white and it will do that. Okay, so we're going to do that and duplicate, and then we're going to duplicate it one more time. And this one is going to be, the height is going to be 3.5. Use your own size that you want. Don't go off like what mine is, because you might be using a 20 ounce. I'm using a 30 ounce, and this might be too big. So make sure you measure it for your cup. Okay, so let's move these suckers down here out of the way so we don't have to deal with them for now. We'll use them later, and I'll let you know I only did one of these and two of these. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to do the dots on the very, very top. You're going to come over here to shapes and click on shapes, click on circle, and then you have a pretty big circle. I want you to come up to the size, and I did 0.5 because I want 1/2 inch circles. Voila. You see that? Isn't that awesome? Okay. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to space them out. So I'm going to set it. I'm going to cradle it right here. If you can see this really good, I'm going to cradle it right here in the very bottom. And then I'm going to duplicate 5 times. I'm going to duplicate 5 times. 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now I'm going to move this one here. So right now I'm just going to go and put these dots where I want them. And if you see where I'm doing them like in every inch box. And I'm cradling them. I'm cradling them right in the corner where there's like an L. This way there's a steady 2 boxes between each one of them. And then I always duplicate one and put it to the side. So now what you want to do is we want to weld this because Missy is lazy. And the weld was down there. And then you're going to duplicate this. And you're going to set these here. And I think I want to do, let's overdo this way. If something was to happen, we can cut out. We don't have to print out. That's like kind of like my saying. I'd rather be cutting it out than printing it out. Didn't go enough. Well, we want to weld all these together. So highlight all of them, and then you can come down here to the weld feature and click weld. Here's where the laziness gets in. Duplicate, duplicate, duplicate. I can't help it. I was born this way. Let's see. Looks good to me. Okay, now I'm gonna put my dot up here, and I am going to weld all this together. Let me move this up a little bit because it looked a little too close. And you can space it however you want. If you want them closer, if you want them farther, hey, go for it. But this is just an easy way to do it. And now I'm coming down here and I'm welding now that I've weld. Excuse me. So the next thing we want to do is we want to do the lines. Okay, so for that, we're going to come back over here to shapes and we're going to click on square. Highlight it and we come up here and you can unlock it here or you can unlock it here. I'm just going to unlock it here because I know how long I want it. I want it 11.5 inches, but I only going to want it 0.5 in height. And now we're going to duplicate, duplicate, duplicate. Okay. Now you don't have to worry about these lines being this far apart because for ease of putting the water slides on, I cut each one of those suckers out and I laid each one of those by hand. Okay. So now we're going to come up here, flower, flower, flower. Now, if you wanted to, you could actually print this out from Design Space. I am not a fan of doing that because I'll show you right here. When you go to print something out, you're going to get these sensor lines and you're going to waste all this paper. Even if I transferred all this on here, it was still going to have a line around it and you're going to lose all your transfer paper. That's on you. You can do it if you want. Let's cancel that. So what I do is I come back over here, I get a shape, a rectangle, I change the color to white, I send it to back, boom. And now, I don't know how you do screenshots, but on my computer, I can just Shift Command and the number 4. I have a MacBook Air. And I screenshot this. And you can see down here, it saved it. Now I'm going to come up here and I'm going to close Design Space. I'm going to open my iPages. Please, Lord, don't let anything bad pop up. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. And see, blank one. We're going to choose that. Now we're going to come over here and I'm going to put this in here. And I am going to make sure it is the right size. Actually, I'm going to have to No, I'm just kidding. I went too big. You ever have one of those Mondays? Welcome to my life. So this is what I would print. I would go ahead, come up here, and I would print. It would bring up my settings. And then down here for the paper type, I would use inkjet paper. Oh, I need ink. So I would use inkjet paper and I would print. Of course, I could make it a little neater, but this is just a tutorial on to show you how it's done. Cancel. I don't want it printed. So once you get it all printed out and everything, what you need to do is you need to take some clear gloss spray paint and seal it. I seal mine with 2X clear gloss, and then I use the glossifier on top of it from my brain Plastidip. So these are my dots. Now, what I forgot to tell you, and it's just like slapped me in the forehead, you're gonna need 2 pieces of Waterslide for this tumbler. And this is really, really important, okay? If you look at everyone's always makes comments like, wow, how do you get your water slides to pop and to look like that? I double up all my water slides. So back here, when you go in to do the print, change it to 2 copies in inkjet, okay? Because when you print this out, you're gonna lay your first one, you're gonna let that dry, and then you're going to lay your second one over it. And that's how you get the depth and the pretty colors. So, I almost forgot that. Look at that. Lord have mercy, I need to eat breakfast. It's like 2 o'clock and I haven't had breakfast yet. So I hope this tutorial helps you. If it did, please give me a thumbs up. Follow me. If you have any questions, give me a shout out below. I will do my best to try to help you work your way through Courtney's 40th birthday tumbler. And I hope you have a great day.